Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try to control everything, life still finds a way to surprise you? You plan your career carefully, then your company suddenly downsizes. You try to protect your children from every mistake, yet they still grow up with their own struggles. You monitor your health, your diet, your sleep, and still, illness shows up when you least expect it. We all want control. Control feels safe. But here's the paradox. The more we try to control life, the less free we actually feel. Today, we'll explore the illusion of control, why we cling to it, how it harms us, and why letting go is not weakness, but the ultimate form of strength and freedom. From the beginning of human history, control has been tied to survival. Our ancestors controlled fire, built shelters, stored food, and created rules to organize tribes. Without some sense of control, chaos would have consumed them. That ancient survival instinct is still alive in us today. We plan, schedule, and organize. We install alarms, insurance policies, and health trackers. We crave routines and systems. Control gives us the illusion of certainty. It whispers, if you manage everything carefully enough, nothing bad will happen. But here's the truth. Certainty is an illusion. The world is not a machine you can program. It is alive, unpredictable, and constantly changing. Let's look at a few examples. At work, you prepare the perfect presentation, but the client suddenly changes direction. You expect recognition for your effort, but the promotion goes to someone else. In relationships, you try to control your partner's choices, hoping to prevent conflict. But the tighter you hold, the more resentment grows. In parenting, parents often believe that if they make the right rules, their children will never suffer. But children are not projects. They are human beings with their own paths. In health, you may follow every fitness plan and still face illness, because biology, genetics, and environment are never fully in your control. Each of these moments reminds us of a painful truth. Control is limited, and life often has other plans. Psychologists have studied this for decades. When people believe they can control everything, they actually experience higher stress levels. The brain pumps out cortisol, the stress hormone, which over time weakens immunity, harms memory, and increases anxiety. Think about it. You can't relax because you're constantly scanning for threats. You can't enjoy the present because you're worried about the future. You can't accept others as they are because you're trying to change them. This is why so many of us live in silent exhaustion. We mistake control for safety but end up trapped by fear. Let me share a story. There was a successful businessman who believed his discipline could solve anything. He micromanaged every employee, reviewed every document, and demanded perfection from his family. For years, it worked. His company grew, his children achieved high grades, and his house looked flawless. But beneath the surface, everything was cracking. His employees were stressed and afraid to make mistakes. His children felt suffocated and longed for freedom. His wife felt like she was living in a prison of expectations. One day, an unexpected crisis struck. An economic downturn wiped out half of his business. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't control it. And for the first time, he broke down. It was in that breakdown that he finally saw. Control had never been real. He was only holding sand in his fists. The tighter he squeezed, the faster it slipped away. This realization was painful, but it opened the door to something new. Acceptance, humility, and eventually, peace. This lesson is not new. The Stoics, like Epictetus, taught, some things are in our control and others are not. Wisdom is knowing the difference. Buddhism teaches that clinging and attachment are the roots of suffering. Letting go is the path to liberation. Even modern psychology tells us, resilience is not about controlling everything, but about adapting when life changes. Across cultures and centuries, the message is clear. Freedom comes not from control, but from letting go. So what does it mean to let go? It does not mean giving up. It does not mean living carelessly. Letting go means shifting your energy from what you cannot control to what you can. You cannot control the storm, but you can control how you sail your boat. You cannot control what people think, but you can control how you respond. You cannot control the outcome, but you can control your effort. When you let go, 3 powerful things happen. Stress melts away. You stop wasting energy on the impossible. Flexibility grows. You adapt more easily to change. Freedom arises. You live with less fear and more joy. Practical steps to practice letting go. 1. Awareness exercise. Every evening, write down 3 things that worried you today. Mark which ones you could influence and which ones you could not. Release the ones outside your control. 1. Breathing exercise. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and as you exhale, imagine releasing something heavy. Say silently, "I release what is not mine to carry." 1. Language shift. Instead of saying, "I must make everything perfect," try saying, "I'll give my best and accept the rest." 1. Perspective practice. When faced with uncertainty, ask, "Will this matter in 5 years?" Often the answer is no, and suddenly you feel lighter. These simple practices can transform your daily life. Here's the paradox. When you let go of control, you gain real power. Not power over the world, but power over yourself, your reactions, your mindset, your peace. Freedom is not the absence of problems. Freedom is the ability to remain calm and clear even when problems come. Imagine waves crashing on the shore. You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. That is freedom. So remember this. Life will always surprise you. You can fight against it, clench your fists and wear yourself out. Or you can open your hands, release what you cannot change, and discover a lighter, freer way of living. The choice is yours. The moment you stop fighting the waves and learn to flow with them, you step into true freedom. If this message spoke to you, subscribe to Pulse of Clarity. Here we share wisdom, mindfulness, and practical tools for living with peace and clarity. Join us, and let's walk together, one moment of clarity at a time.